welcome to another review. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Fosi Audio V3. I've already had a chance to try it out, obviously, last couple of days, and I'll give you my opinion of it. Let's have a quick look at it. Comes with your booklet, basic details, a standard 36 volt 5 amp adapter. There's a power light there. This is one thing I don't like about these amps, is why they only come with a 36 volt. You would think if you're selling an amplifier, you'd want it to run it as at its potential. I think it's a bit of a rip-off that they sell you a 32 volt, and you have to order a 48 to get the full potential out of the amp. But that's my opinion. And since I paid for this, I have my opinion. Here's the amp itself. One thing I do like about this is they listen to their customers. They did away with the... I hate it when you pay over $100 for a Class D, which this one isn't over, this is under. But they end up with knobs like that where it's all plastic and then it's got some kind of plated aluminum. It's light and flimsy. This one, on the other hand, is solid aluminum, and they just basically put the sleeve in there just so it has something to adhere to for the actuator. The power switch is in the volume control. There is a relay in here you can hear click off and on. Now, I'm not too sure if the relay controls the power coming in or if it's for protection for the speakers. We're going to take it apart and have a look at it. I ran a test at it at 49.5 volts constant. And it did get warm. It sounded amazing. They did a really good job of venting this in the top, but they don't use the big heatsink here anymore. What they do is they basically put the chip on the other side and use the aluminum block, and then that aluminum block is basically screwed to the case, which does an excellent job of transferring the heat. I was getting like 36.5 or 7 on the bottom and 35 on the top. It does radiate the heat pretty good. That's why it's got holes here, so the heat will rise out. But yeah, it gets warm on the sides only, and the top is lukewarm. So that's pretty good. What else? Things I don't like. They used a blue LED on this unit. Someone's brought it up before on my channel about all the really cheap audio that's like the white van audio that uses all the blue lights like you wouldn't believe. So I'm not a big fan of blue lights anymore. I would like to see anything besides blue, red, or green. How about orange or yellow? You know, be different. But other than that, this thing is built like a tank. I'll show you a comparison for the TB. This is the TB10D. There's the back. Pretty much the same layout. Size-wise, they are the same, case-wise. Sorry, this one's been modded, so it's not supposed to look like that. But so the way they've designed this now, you really don't need to vent it or anything or any modding than that. It does have the chips that you can remove if you want to remove and replace the op amps in it, which we're going to have a look at in a minute. Some of the things I don't like, obviously, are the blue light and the power supply, basically. So, anyway, let's get the screwdrivers out and have a look inside of it. Let's see what we're going to need. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can turn that out or if we could just loosen this off here and it just slides out. I don't know. Oh man, these things are tight. I'm going to do this off camera. This way I don't strip anything, trying to get it done right away. Yeah, take your time with the screws in the back, because if you don't, you'll strip them out. They're torqued. I'm doing this by hand because I don't want to scratch anything. Don't take much to scratch this. Oh, almost there. Oh, it's got rails. Nice. Okay, which way are we going here? In or out? No way. Oh, wait, we gotta take the bottom screws out. Totally forgot about those. Wow, those are tight. Okay, one thing I don't like is there's no heatsink paste on that. Doesn't really transfer a lot of heat to this, but that is what it is. I'll put some on my own time. KY. These are from Korea, I believe. Pretty decent layout. It's gonna be easy to replace that light LED, which I will. That's new. That cap. That's good actually, because you're not going to get that inrush pop when you push the power supply in. That sort of smooths it out. And they definitely flipped the chip on the other, put on the other side of the board. That's the relay there, and the relay is rated for 15 amp at 250 volt. That's the kind of relay you'd use on a. I've seen these in central air units a couple of times. They can take quite a bit of abuse. I'm curious to see what the chip looks like underneath that heatsink. So let's keep going. See if there's any pad or paste underneath that. It's not very tight, which is normal. Got, yep, it's got paste on it. Actually, it looks like it's that looks like silver paste. Regardless, it's working. It's doing the job. And it's got the spacers on it, so you don't crush the chip when you tighten it down, which you wouldn't want to over tighten anyway. This one actually looks like it's been touched up. You can see the flux on the board. Have a quick look at that. See if maybe it's in. Oh no, they bridged something. That's cool. So I wonder why they bridged that. Looks like a last minute fix. Cool. So not much more I can really get into. That's our rectifier there. Oh, I mean regulator. Pretty basic. All these are high-end components. The sockets look like they're gold pinned, or somewhat gold pinned, but they do got that gold look to them. I wouldn't say they're real gold, but there's the ground pin. Pretty cool. I like the layout from putting this from here to here. So it transfers the heat to this and then goes to the case. I am going to put some paste on it though, because this will actually get hotter than the case, because it doesn't transfer heat as efficiently as it should. Even a pad would be better than nothing. But there you go. One of the issues I found with this setup is there's no tone controls. If you run this straight through, like I have basically had it on my my DAC, going from my phone to the DAC to this, and it's got lots of power, super bright, super loud. but it lacks a little bit on the bass. Maybe if it has bookshelf speakers, it would sound better, but I had the big Fluence studio standard speakers, and it lacks in bass. So it probably wouldn't even hurt if they were to design even a button. Like, why not bring back loudness control or a tone control button? This way it would have more functions. How I mean by that is, if you run it straight through and you want to listen to rock, or you want to listen to something with a lot of bass, you just hit the button to give it more bass, or a bass boost button. Or you can have it straight through. You can listen to classical, jazz, whatever. This would be great for if you listen to a lot of jazz or classical music. This amp would be great for that because it lacks the bass. The only way I'm going to actually be using this amp is if it's on the output of my Akai, because it has tone controls, so I can up the bass. But by itself, I'll actually, on the end of this video, I'll make there's a video that I can attach to it that shows before and after. It's a test between this one and the TB10D, and the TB10D has a lot more soundstage at the same volume level than this one. So I still like the TB10D way better than this. But this is a nice setup. I like this. I like that they've addressed the issues that we've had in the past with the cooling. So this will actually last quite a while if it's taken care of. Anyway, that's it. It's pretty cool. I didn't get this in for review by them. I had to pay for it myself, so I'm allowed to say what I want to say about it. Good for classical, good for jazz. Anything that doesn't have a lot of bass, then this is great. I've had it loud. I mean, you'd have to have it so loud it would damage your ears before you get enough bass out of it that you'd say, wow. The TB10D, even by itself, straight through, this rattles the windows. And it still has more in reserve. This will do 49.5 volts constant, so if you're worried about that, it's not going to blow up. I actually should run it with the case off, put this on it, just so I can measure the temps off the regulator, because that's probably the only thing that would go up would be that. These 63 volt caps will be fine. But I hope this gives you an informed decision of what you're going to buy. If I had the choice, I'd rather pick up the TB10D over this one. Later, guys. Attempt to actually put some paste on it. I don't think it's going to work because when you slide it in, it rubs against it. But we'll try it. Doesn't have to look pretty, but it'll definitely help with the heat displacement. As long as it slides in, it doesn't scrape all of it off, we're laughing. There we go. Let's see if we can get a little bit off of there. All right. Gabagoop. See if we can just slide this in. Oh wait, this goes this way. The logo would have went backwards. Oh, it just fits. Yep, it works. So go for it. It's not going to hurt it. If you're going to constantly open it and close it and change the chips out, you're going to have to clean that off because you'll get it everywhere. But this will help with the heat transfer. You'll probably get a lot warmer. Cool. It worked. Later, guys.